Again, this is Beneath the Mask. There you go, it came back to me. A section of the stream where we just talk about whatever's on our mind, whether it's our day or something funny, something deep, etc. Today, I guess I want to talk about streaming. I think this is a little bit hard to talk about because it's a little bit frustrating for me, but trying to stream for about 4 hours a night on average, I probably get about 3 viewers. Um, and then I usually edit those videos for about, I don't know, 4 hours. And that's like on a good day where it's something simple to edit. Um, and when you look at something you're proud of, not because it's technically good, but because you've put a lot of effort into it and you learn something new at that time, just to realize that nobody else really seems to see the value in it. Um, it's hard to keep going. Streaming is something that I really love. I would like to become a professional streamer one day, but so does like thousands of other people. And sometimes I need to remind myself that there's something special about every person on this platform. And I need to let people see what's special about my stream. Like, what's different about my stream than every other person on this platform. And I think the best way to do that is just keep doing it until someone else notices that special something that you have, you know? Nah, you're a natural. Not me, however. You know what? That's what I'm saying is you are. The problem with it is not everyone knows what they're doing right off, but if you actually throw yourself into it, it's so much fun. Just getting on here, interacting with people, talking to people, making people's day. Like at the end of the day, that's the goal. Even if I only have 3 people watching, if I made somebody's day, maybe, they lost their job or they couldn't sleep very well the night before and they just need somebody to, chill with and talk to. That's something I want to do. Like that's something I've always wanted to do. And if I can't do that in a way that's like, you know, being a nurse or helping people out, in other ways, streaming is a way that I can do that. It's definitely important to have fun and to show it. You just got to find the people. That's what I'm saying because everybody has a special thing about them. It's who's going to find you first, who's going to get, to the stream fast enough to be like, oh, this is something I really enjoy. This is something I want to watch. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying this. Like this is something I'm really enjoying, but it's the motivation to keep doing it, even though you're probably going to wake up. You're going to spend 4 hours on a stream. You're going to have 3 people view it. After that, you're going to work probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours editing the footage down, getting it to a point where you can post it on TikTok, and post it on Instagram, and you can post it on Twitch. And it's something that people enjoy. But then you come back 20 hours later and one person has viewed your content and it's probably you. That one viewer is probably you. And that sucks, you know? And if this is what you want to do, like if this is something you genuinely want to do with your time, and this is really the route you want to go in life, don't just get on Twitch and stream. You know what I mean? Um, Download an editing software. Get some of them for free. A lot of them are free unless you want to spend money on one. A lot of them are free. And edit. Get a feel for it, how it works. Post it on YouTube. Post it on TikTok. Post it on Insta, Facebook, even though nobody's on there, whatever. You can make it work. And it's if you're not out there, people can't find your content. You know what I mean? You have to get out of your comfort zone and try something new. And everyone has the power to say, hey, this is what I want to do with my life. But not everyone has the power to actually do something with. If you're not putting in the effort, you're not really putting yourself out there for people to find. And I think that's something that people have a hard time with. When you pick a platform, it's 10 times harder to build yourself on that platform unless you have a crutch everywhere else. Because if four people find you on TikTok and you're like, hey, come to my Twitch, come to my YouTube, you know, um, it might work, you know. But if you're not on Twitch, you're not on YouTube, you're not on TikTok, you're not on all those platforms, you're narrowing it down to just one platform. And that's 10 times harder to build on. And I think that's something I've learned over the past year is I was not getting any views and I'm still how many people are watching? What, like three, probably four? It's hard. It's hard to like want to get back on here, but at the end of the day, I wasn't really putting forth a lot of effort. I was probably streaming for like what 1 or 2 hours a night, get off. That was it. I wasn't recording anything. I wasn't doing anything with my stream. And I know I needed to change that. So four people, yep, you're excused talking to you people. I am. I'm talking to like everybody. Everybody who wants to stream, I think needs to hear this from somebody who is still a small streamer. Because a lot of times I think people like get on Twitch and they get on TikTok and stuff, and they only see the people who are like big streamers like Queso, Jinxie, I Show Speed, stuff like that. And those people I don't really think talk about how hard it is. Like it's rare for people to talk about how hard it is to actually start up a stream. Those people didn't just become big streamers. They each of those people have YouTube. They have a TikTok. Matter of fact, I think Queso like started off on TikTok. And that's how he grew his audience, you know? Like they didn't just come out of nowhere. You have to be on all platforms in order for you to find. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's way easier for you to look up YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Insta. One of those is probably going to have one of your videos in it. It's just a matter of them finding it. And if you're only on Twitch, which to be fair, Twitch does not even have an algorithm. You can scroll on Twitch all day long. You're only going to find the people who have thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Everybody else on Twitch who's only getting 3, 4, 5, 10 viewers, you're never going to find those people on Twitch because there's no For You page that's goes deep into like your interests and stuff. It's, hey, you like gaming? Queso. You like funny vlog type videos? I Show Speedy. You know, like those are the people you're going to be recommended. And it sucks, but it is true. And that's why it's hard for someone who wants to be a Twitch streamer. I know it's just not going to work. It's not going to work unless I'm on something else. And does it take a lot of my time to break down my videos after Twitch, after I'm probably already mentally exhausted for someone who's not a very social person, to get on here and make content for 4 hours at a time and have to talk through almost the whole thing, and then get off and have to do 4 more hours of irritating mental breakdown type editing because I have no idea what I'm doing. It's hard, dude. Like, it's not something that I enjoy, the editing part of things, but the more I do it, the more I get used to, hey, I know how to clip that. I know how to add this sound effect to this video. And it's something I can be proud of at the end of the day when I post a video. I'm like, man, I did that. Like, hey, my video was an hour and 20 minutes and I brought it down to 30. You know what I mean? Like, I learned how to do that, and that's something I didn't think I'd ever have to do, because honestly, I didn't think I'd ever be a YouTuber, but here we are, you know? And I'm proud of myself for even taking the step to learn something like that, because honestly, editing videos was probably the most intimidating thing for me, and it took me hours and hours of just watching videos online, figuring out how to do certain things. There was times where I would look over at my husband and be like, "Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. Like, this is breaking me. Like, this is so hard. And I don't even know what's going on with my computer. Like, nothing's working." I spent hours and hours and hours of time just trying to get my mic to work, like, to pick up my voice. And I I came on here with 0 experience. I didn't have anyone who I mean, I probably could have asked somebody, but I didn't know anyone personally who was that good at recording software, getting it to work. Um, so I was kinda on my own, you know? And sometimes watching videos, those people have PCs, those people have things that work for them. I'm literally on a laptop right now. Like, I'm starting off with a laptop, and obviously, there's certain things I can do with my laptop that people with a PC can do, and I think that's another thing that people don't really talk about is I think a lot of times when people wanna stream, they're like, "Oh, I have to have a PC. I have to have one of the best cameras ever made. My mic has to be $2,000, and I gotta set it up perfectly, get everything right." But I did all that on stream, and I think it's cool that I can look back and be like, "Oh, wow." Like, the difference in this video, this stream that I'm on with you guys right now, and one that might be 10 years down the road, if I'm still doing this. I love editing, but recording is intimidating to me. No, it is. Like, getting on here and talking to people that aren't there. Like, let's say I didn't invite you guys on the stream. Like, I had no family that was watching my stream. It's just me and this camera. I'm not talking to anyone. And it's extremely intimidating to sit down here and be like, "Hey," you know, having to talk for hours and hours and hours at a time and come up with something to say is it's terrifying, dude. Like, for someone who, again, is socially awkward and honestly has a lot of anxiety, it's not easy having to actually communicate and make it work even though there's nothing going on. Okay, let's say I turn on Fall Guys right now, which we're gonna do today, buddy. We gonna get that dub. But let's say I turn on Fall Guys right now. It takes 20 minutes for that thing to load. What am I gonna do? That was the plan for my stream today, right? I can't just not do anything. So what am I gonna do? Sit here? Imagine, y'all just join the stream. I'm doing this, waiting on the game to load. That ain't fun. Ain't nobody gonna stay in the stream and watch that. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta have something happen, and I think it's something you just have to jump into. One of the things that always helped me is growing up watching Corey Kenshin, Ryan, Berlin, Berlizzi, whatever you want to say, all these YouTubers that I grew up with, and watching how they do things, that helped me because I realized if I'm playing a game, even though I'm not streaming, why can't I try to talk to myself even before I get my stream set up? If I'm playing Minecraft right now and the camera's not on, talk. Talk about what you're doing to yourself. Talk about, you know, what you want to do next. What do you want to build? What do you want to do? And that helped me when I turn on the camera to be like, okay, I know at least what I want to do. And I think that was a big part of it. At least you're pretty. Well, I don't know about all that, but thank you. If you did that, it would still be nice. What, me just sitting like this? I don't know about all that, man. I feel like I gotta do something. But yeah, we've been sitting talk for what, 20 minutes? Dang. It's already been 20 minutes, bro. But how y'all doing? Like, how's everybody doing in the chat? Man, let me tell you, we got some good stuff cooking up today. We gonna be playing some Fall Guys. Y'all already know day what? 670. No, I'm joking. Date what? Like day 5? We playing Fall Guys. I'm still yet to win a game, but y'all already know we finna do it today. I can't make no promises because I probably gonna lie. TikTok streamers literally just sit in front of the camera and be pretty. True. Every single one of them. But nah, Fall Guys. Then we gonna play some spooky games, some scary games, and then we got some quarantine zone action. Today we're gonna do the beginning of our last dance. Yes, that is what we're gonna be calling our spooky time, our equivalent to queso spooky time, bro. Hey, no talking. My bad, bro. My bad. I'll make the promise for you. I don't know, man. You might be lying to chat. I'm not gonna lie. Fall Guys is probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's terrible. Especially when you get the maps with the hexagons, dude, they're so bad. I would rather jump off a building than play hexagon and Fall Guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's horrible. Maybe if I did duos with somebody, it wouldn't be as bad because eventually I want to get to the point where I have, shooter generals or whatever they're called, stopping people from grabbing me and stuff. Dude, that'd be so fun. But at first, we gotta get good at the game, and I'm not. I'm terrible. I hope we get a lot of clips from me just sucking at this game later. What y'all think about the lights? I'm thinking the fade action's kind of groovy. It's giving a little bit of vibe action up in here. Yeah. You just need to get good, actually. For real. You ain't lying, bro. I like it, yeah. We got a little hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We gonna get there. Masquerade plays thing up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and stop all the things. I know you can't read it from here. Masquerade plays. Let's talk about it. This is a name I came up probably like what, dude, way before I started streaming, probably like 5 years ago, maybe longer than that. I think it was before COVID, to be honest. And I made this sign probably like 5 years ago, and it's spelled Masque Rage Plays with a Z. And let me tell you, I'm so mad because TikTok, or not TikTok, Twitch would not let me put the E in there. And at first I thought it was, oh, somebody probably has the name. No, no idea why I can't use it. Can't put an E in there. So I'd end up taking out the E, and it's just QU, and it's pissing me off. Like every time I get on here, I'm like, man, that don't seem right. But it is what it is. I don't have no control over it. But yeah, that's a little bit of lore behind Masquerade Plays, you know what I'm saying? 20 years ago, when I was just a little lad. Twitch was not lad. Yeah, sure did. And we had a little glitter action on the sides. I know you can't see it, but I'll bring it over here eventually. Hold up. Hold up. It's hard to do. Right there. Glitter action. It's nice. Matter of fact, one day, if I make it big, I'm gonna get a mask look just like that. Yep. Sure will. Yep. Oh, let's not forget my kitty cat in the back. Hold up. Let me see if I can get y'all to see it. Hey, look at my kitty cat back there, bro. He chilling. Yep. I built that. I'm proud of it, not gonna lie. Probably one of the hardest Legos I ever built. There's a whole lot of Technic pieces in that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. All the inside, bro. W Kitty. That's what I'm saying. You chilling. All right, it's been about 25 minutes. Y'all down for some Fall Guys?